Welcome to Fishing with Guy. Out here the world slows down and the noise fades. Trolling in the custom weld till the rod starts shaking. There's a quest for salmon in the great Northwest, where the drug is the tug. Let's go fishing.
Hello. Today is Saturday, March 7th, and I'm going to go out and try to catch a springer. Come along and hopefully today's the day. Checking and making sure that it's still open out here. Yep. One Chinook. Perfect.
Kicker warming up. Had my flasher and my weight in some lemon joy. Rinsed off. Try not to touch the flasher. I can put on my gloves. All right. Today I'm going to try a Fishing Cam X. Not sure how it's going to work, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. Maybe we could see what the fish are doing, if they're swimming up to my bait, not liking it. Hopefully they're swimming up to it and biting it. Got a super bait here. This is just regular tuna in oil. They say you don't want to use tuna in water. Never tried it. I suppose in a pinch it'd be better than having nothing. You don't want to overpack your super baits because they'll break that. Scrape the tuna off the side just so it'll spin. Make sure my hooks are barbless. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day today. A little overcast. Okay, got all that rigged up good. I like to keep my tuna in a freezer bag because it oxidizes pretty fast. It'll start turning gray on you. And I try to save the smell. Let's see, get my weight. Alright, just like to inspect everything and make sure I got all my duo snaps closed. You want to make sure your flasher is nice and clean. You want as much flash as you can get. Get that out of there. Alright. Shut off my motor. You don't want to leave a lot of stuff on your deck because it will leave. Just going to troll the inside bend of Davis Bar. This is a UV glow. Which I think really helps. Especially when the water's kind of murky and the sun's not up yet. Should be enough. Turn on my camera. Little lights on. That camera footage might be a little wobbly. Oh well, see what it looks like. So I'm going to reel all the way up, reset my counter. I'm going to start about 30 feet. Been trolling for just a little bit here. I'm just gonna reel up and check my gear. It's a good idea to check your gear all the time because there's a lot of weeds in the Columbia. And you'll get a little piece of grass hooked on your hooks, and then of course, you're probably not gonna catch a fish that way. A lot of times I'll just reel it up nice and slow in case a fish is following it. Piece of grass right there. Everything looks good. That Mountain Dew really glows in the morning. The underside of it is glow paint, or whatever they use to make it glow. And then the top is UV. It's a nice green color. That's good. The grass isn't too bad this year so far. I lost my hat. It's driving along and I stuck my head out of the cover and my hat flew off. So I turned around and saw it, but I tried to drive up right next to it and it sank right when I got close. So, oh well, at least it's not too sunny. You gotta really pay attention out here. Those towboats are all over the place. And you'll come out behind one of these barges and all of a sudden there'll be a towboat ripping by. There's 4 other boats out here with me today. Makes me feel better to be out here when there's other boats out here with me. Lots of sea lions and seals. Marking quite a few fish on the fish finder. How's it going?
Oh, just dodging sea lions, you know.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Still eating smell, it looks like.
Yeah.
And salmon.
Yeah, unfortunately, and salmon. the sun's up now, so I'm going to rig up my cut plug, because once I go up and turn around, I'm going to switch from the super bait to a cut plug. I've had these soaking overnight in salt water, a little bit of the Pro Cure powdered cure, and then I got some of the Bad As bait dye powder and put just maybe a teaspoon in there. I really want these herring just to glow green. You want to do one cut. You want a really nice edge on that. I like to cut the tail off just to help it spin. Take the guts out so they don't come out and mess with my spin. I'll cut a little slit right here so the water could come through. And then I grab my barbless hooks. I got 3 hooks on there. I like to go through the high side right about in the middle. Use the next hook through the eye to push this hook through, so then you don't tear too big of a hole. Pull it out. Then you just go back a little bit. Then I like to pull. Looks really good. And then I'll leave it sitting here, so when I reel up, all I'll have to do is click this on and I'm fishing. I don't like throwing the bait in the water because you might feed a salmon that you're gonna catch. Oh, the sun feels good. Wish I wouldn't have lost my hat. I need to remember to bring a spare hat. John was showing me how he has a lanyard on his hat that he wears around his neck, which is a good idea. So then if your hat blows off, it just hooks on your neck and you don't lose it. You're gonna have to make me one of those. Should put a lanyard on it with one of these little floats. Like to reel into about 5 feet. There's 5. That seems to be about right for my pole. See, I got some grass on there. If you have a longer pole, you might roll into 8 feet. Just something you kind of figure out with your pole and your boat. But you don't want your weight and all your gear swinging around by your head with all these hooks on it. Sure like my Scotty bait holder. It's nice having something that holds quite a bit of stuff, especially with this camera. Set this over here. They got these little hook holders. Clip that on there. Turn on the camera. This camera has an app that goes to your phone through Wi-Fi. Put in the bait. Put in my flasher. Oh, that's a nice tight roll. That all looks really good. I'm gonna reel in again and zero out my counter. I don't know why those little smelt are dying. I don't know if they've been out of the salt water too much, so they can't make it. I think I'm gonna go 30 feet. It's like they make it upstream so far and then they just start dying. And they float around and get up on the surface and start twitching. When you make your turn, you want to speed up just a little bit. I like putting the float on my cut plug jig in case you lose it. Once I kind of get to the speed I think I should be at, which is about 2.8 miles an hour right now with the way the tide is, I like to just reel up just until I can see my gear and make sure that that's the perfect speed for my cut plug herring to spin. Yeah, that's a nice tight roll. My flasher's spinning really good. When you're trolling a long ways, you just want to make sure that everything's perfect. Go back to 30. Getting to the end of the tide, marking a lot of fish right along the bottom. I was fishing suspended, and now that the tide's starting to go out, I lowered down my gear and took the pull out of the holder. And kept letting it out real slow until I could feel it touch the bottom. There, I could just feel it tap. Tap. When the tide starts going out, the fish swim right along the bottom. It's easier for them to swim upstream along the bottom. And a lot of times they'll go to the sides of the river too. Lots of abandoned boats along the edge of the Columbia. There's a sailboat way up there. Probably can't see it on the camera, but just bottom bouncing out here in front of Frenchman's Bar. Somewhere in here is where that kid found D.B. Cooper's money. Whenever you see plunkers on the shore, you don't want to get very close, just to be considerate to them. When we're out here in our boats, we can go anywhere and they have to fish right there, so I always try to steer clear when I see the people fishing off the shore. More plunkers along the shore. Some of these guys have boats and they'll bring their gear out with the boat with a big sandbag or a rock. And then when they get a fish or they want to reel it in, when you start reeling your line in, it dumps the sand out of the bag. Or if they use a rock, they'll put a real light line down to the rock and it breaks off when you go to reel in. Just going by the 33 marker. Marking fish on the fish finder. You can see how my quick draw contours is recording and making a new chart. When I see they have a boat, I like to go quite a ways out because those guys are probably fishing right underneath me right now. It's a good way to do it. Still trolling downstream on the Columbia. Just going by Caterpillar Island, just bouncing the bottom. Still quite a few sea lions. There's a couple swimming up to me right now. I don't have anything for you. Hello. Hello. I've been trolling this herring for quite a while now, so I'm gonna reel up and change it. I'm gonna try going into like 6 feet. See how that works with everything. A little bit of grass. Look at that, that thing is still nice and green. That badass bait dye is good stuff. I've had this herring sitting here. I cut it just a little bit ago and I put some Procure Salmon Slammer on it and kind of let it sink in. You put that on and just throw it out in the water, I think it just washes off pretty quick. These hooks are sharp. Something like that. And then I've got some smelly jelly that I'm just gonna put on this back hook just for some extra flavor. I've been trolling with this flasher for a while, so I'm gonna swap it. Soap bucket. Give this one a try. Yeah, that herring's spinning really well. As you can see over on the shore, I am barely going upstream. But there's enough current going by that my herring's spinning good enough. And my flasher. There's 40 feet. It's 41 feet deep right here, so I'm gonna have to go out quite a ways to get down to the bottom. There's 50 feet. 52, I just felt it tap. Let out a little bit more. Right about 55, it's tapping the bottom. So. Nice Hughes craft. Hard top. I'm gonna try to add a little scent trail. Just barely moving upstream. So I want to get a scent trail going downstream below me. So I'm gonna try this Mack's triangle. Clean off my camera in the soap bucket. I was watching the video that this camera took, and it's actually pretty good. Got a smelt. Boy, that guy's skinny. Maybe they're starving. Call those candle fish. You can dry them out and actually light them on fire because they have so much oil and they'll burn like a candle. Pretty crazy. Let's see. Turn the camera on. Hopefully that's on. Oh yeah, it's on. I just can't see the LED in the sunlight. That Leo flasher kind of makes everything swirl around. I guess that camera's swirling around behind that triangle flasher too, but see some interesting footage. I'm right by the wing dam over there, so a lot of times you'll fish by the wing dams because the fish will swim out around it. If they're swimming up the bank, I don't know if they can get through the wing dam. Sometimes they probably can. Just gonna slowly go down until it hits the bottom. It's 42 feet deep right here, so gonna have to go out quite a ways to bounce off the bottom. There it is right there, 47 feet. Yep. Can feel it tapping the bottom. You guys having any luck? Yeah. Same here. Makes me want to bring my dog out here. She's pretty old, and it's quite a step down. I need to get a ramp. And then I'll start bringing her with me. She loves coming out here. She loves the sea lions and the seals. There goes the state police. For some reason, they didn't check me out. They checked everybody up above me. Thought they were gonna come visit. Had all my stuff ready. Maybe they got a call. Turned around, I'm going upstream really slow. Just kind of bouncing the bottom. There's people that are anchor fishing up above me, which is probably a good idea right now. I don't have any of my anchor fishing gear. I'm almost holding fast where you just sit in one spot in the river and let the river move underneath you. I keep taking my pole out of the holder and I can feel the bottom when I tap it. So I know I'm down where the fish are. Well, I guess I'll put all my paperwork away. Well, I fished out here at Caterpillar Island for quite a while. Not marking any more fish. The tide's going out pretty good now. Getting quite a current, so I'm gonna reel in and head up to the confluence of the Willamette and troll there a couple times. I'm up the Willamette just a little ways. I'm gonna troll the inside bend with these other boats and see what I can do. I switched to my black hooks. I like to have black hooks that are barbed and red hooks that are barbless, just to make sure that I'm not out there fishing with barbs. I don't want to get a ticket. Really nice day today. Sun's been peeking out quite a bit. which is good because the sun will make your flasher reflect. The water clarity is looking a lot better than it was last weekend when I was here with John. Switch to the hallucinator flasher. Looks like my herring's spinning really nice. Let's try 30 feet out. That's cool. I fished at Deschutes River growing up as a kid. A lot. That and Tumalo Creek. There's a sign right there that says fishing boundary, and that's the boundary of the Willamette for fishing. So I can't go past that since I have barbed hooks, so I'm going to turn around. There's one on the other side of the river way over there. I don't know if you can see it. You got it back?
Yeah, we got her.
Awesome.
Sadly, no salmon attached to it.
Yeah, yep. You guys have any luck today?
Only heard of one caught.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's encouraging that one's been caught.
It happened.
You know what area?
Down there at the mouth of the MC. His man caught it.
Okay.
Earlier this
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
I saw you guys this morning and got all my stuff ready, and then you left. I was down by the...
Yeah, I wanted to check one past you. I remember you. There was a couple guys past you that
Yeah.
they were looking at something funny. It's like, let's go check those guys first.
Yeah,
and
okay.
You're waving at us. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna end up being good.
Oh, that's funny. I'm a YouTuber. Do you mind if I record this?
That's fine with me. Yeah. You have any luck today?
No, nope, nothing yet.
Hear of anybody else having any luck?
At the head of the channel, somebody caught one this morning.
Oh, nice.
So those guys in that red boat told me about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yep. But that's about it.
All right.
Do you want me to put it in neutral?
Yeah. How long have you been trying today?
Since daylight.
Okay. Cool.
There's my paperwork. I just bought this boat.
Oh. You have your angling tag in your possession?
Yeah.
Are they still sending you your new tags?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. Cool. Good to go. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That's it. All right, man. Well, we'll catch you later.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Have a good day. Thank you. Thanks for your service, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a new snag right there that we kept snagging on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it must be a log. Yeah. Really nice guys. That snag kind of beat up my herring, but it's still okay. I like seeing those guys out here. If you have a problem, they'll help you. And they make sure everybody's paying all the fees, at least to keep it fair. Yeah, I was wondering why they drove off. Guess it's because I was waving at them and didn't look like I was doing something wrong, so they decided to check everybody else. That's funny. I'm gonna reel up and go to the head of the channel. Now that I've heard there was a fish caught there, I might spend a little time there and try to be there at the next tide change. Well, I trolled around the head of the channel for a while, marking a few fish, but nothing's hungry right now, so I'm gonna head down the channel and watch out for this big gravel barge that's coming at me right now. After fishing in lakes all my life and rivers, it's pretty crazy to have stuff like this come ripping by you. Wonder what that thing weighs. I wonder how many tons of gravel he's carrying. Looks like he's got base rock and sand and some conag in the back there. I've been trolling this herring around all day and now I'm ready to try something else. So this is a spinner that I painted the blade, and it's I call it the Brody Bronco because he gave me the idea to put the dot on there, the blue dot, but this is glow paint. So I'm gonna charge this up before I put it on there. I tied this on with an egg loop. So what I'm gonna do is grab me a coon shrimp with some nice whiskers. Try to go through real easy. You don't want to lift up the little hood. Then put this loop right through the tail. Got another way that I do it that I'll show you guys. Something like that. This is a little UV flashlight. So I'm going to charge that up for a little bit so it'll glow for a while. Should be enough. Reset my camera so it starts recording again. Spinning nice back there. Just been going back and forth in front of Fred's along this edge here. Go about 22 feet. I just had to back up and get my camera and my triangle flasher and everything back. If you're going between these two dolphins here, you don't want to get too close to the one by the shore. There's a snag right down there at the bottom. And I was 22 feet out and I still got it.
Well, I'm back at the boathouse. Had a great day today. Didn't catch anything. Heard of one fish caught, so the salmon are on their way, and that's encouraging. Thanks for watching.